Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kwetu TV. Welcome to the platform that brings you entertainment, education, clearly content that will reflect upon our lives, upon our past, our present, and our future perspective. I also take time to record great talents. And these are talents who have inspired us. These are talents who have made us smile and feel chills. I remember when I recorded this small section of Kigali Jazz. I was with a friend of mine who's from New York. He was also filming on his device. He goes like, my God, I cannot believe that I'm actually in Kigali listening to this kind of jazz and blues. So these are the kind of things that connect human beings. And each time you are put in a position of witnessing that, I think it's very important for you to record it, because once you record it, it stays, and it stays forever, and it's shared. And whenever some of the people will be no more, their faces will stay, their voices will stay, and their memory will live on. So that's one of the reasons why I find our profession and our career quite a good dynamic for discussion and for exploration, for history making, for really taking humanity within. And right here, I will share with you a clip when I got a team from Los Angeles that came to visit our institute. And together we watched a powerful documentary of Sam Cooke. And Babu Ayuko and Asantewa, who flew from Los Angeles. Both of them are the co-founders of the Pan-African Film Festivals with a vision literally to tell African stories and to share African stories. And they were taken, they shivered when they saw Sam Cooke. They had never seen that documentary in America. And the documentary was shared with me by the producer, who had come to shoot a documentary on the Oscars power, or the power of cinema around the world. And he was making a documentary on how people consume films. So these are films that were made by other filmmakers, and then how they are consumed. So here, audience came and they watched these films. But the director of the documentary had a special documentary he had made. And he made a documentary on Sam Cooke. And when I got the opportunity to share with this group here, you see, they loved it. They loved the power of that film. They loved the fact that the film was actually watched and consumed for the first time for most of them in Rwanda. They had never watched it, because Babu, he was explaining here to us how he literally witnessed the death of Sam Cooke at the time in the late 60s. And that was heartbreaking for him, growing up on his music, growing up on his culture. And he was such a handsome man. He was such an iconic figure in world music, and especially in American jazz. So in a sense, music has become that special tool that I've connected with. I've always taken joy and happiness to record music, to record sound, and to record musicians. There is something that is communicated that you don't necessarily need to translate. We know we listen to Cuban music. Buena Vista Social Club Group is a good example. I mean, I don't speak Spanish. I mean, I don't speak the language, and I just love the sound. Many people listen to Lingala or play Lingala music. Most of them, they don't speak Lingala. And it is the same now. Many people around the African continent and around the world are now experiencing, and they're now watching clips, music clips that have been done on the Rwandan soil, especially Rwandan music. So I think one of the connecting dots for mankind, for the young and old, is music and culture. And we're very, very blessed because our establishment or our institute has been at the forefront in promoting or supporting or really harnessing what these talents create. I remember behind our studio, this is a place that has been really the breeding ground of most of the talents out of Rwanda when it comes to making music videos. And one of my former alumni, now my competitor, we cooperate in competition, famous Mehdi Saleh. He makes a lot of videos here, and these are some of the clips that he make into our space. Our space had truly become an inspirational space. Our philosophy has been a philosophy of sharing culture, sharing music, sharing sound, sharing style, and for me it has been an incredible opportunity. I mean, if you look at young men and women such as Mike Kayihura, whenever they will come into the space and record their sound and play their piano. I mean, for me, I also look like a kid who is watching these talents, and yet they are my juniors, and they are like my younger peers. And I kid you not, they were doing this in the middle of the night until 3 a.m. And so that you know, most of the music videos, when they are recorded for 24 hours. These kids start, let's say, from 5 a.m. until 5 p.m. or to 5 a.m. So they start in the evening, they end the next day. And so there's a lot of hard work. Sometimes people play, the music video, they think that these music videos are just done out of the blue, but most of them, they work very, very hard, and I'm very, very proud to use this opportunity to salute them and to make sure that they know that we love what they're doing and we support them, and we can't wait to really give them and share and give them the platform and share their music, their talent, and give them the stage they deserve. Because without all of that, we can't live without music. We can't live without sound. We can't live without inspiration. In the car, we listen to the music. When we come home, when we are looking at our devices. So I like the fact that our institute, our establishment, has been at the forefront in creating really the conduit for them to express what they have, be it borrowing a lens, borrowing a tripod, borrowing a light. And these are the kind of things that I'm encouraging other, be it financiers, sponsors, really to be ready to help these young men and women, because they're not only expressing their voices, but they're expressing the voices of you, of your generation, of your culture, of your continent, of humanity. So I think I find this opportunity really to call up on people to embrace the arts. And Rwanda has actually positioned itself to provide the support, the landscape, the facilitation for these creative minds to flourish. So it's very, very important to see how we can compete at the global stage. The other day we had a talk and a discussion with Tuma, Malaika, and all the others who are involved in music and entertainment industry. So it's very, very encouraging to see that most people are actually embracing this, and it's really the time for Africa, as Shakira once sang. It's up to us to be at the forefront, to tell our story with dignity, with pride, with class. The Africa skyline gives you everything that you never get in Europe, and that's the joy what we want to project, and that's the dynamics that we want to share with people watching us, with people who want to come and visit Africa, because there's a new vitality, and the new vitality, you find it in our cinema, in our arts and culture, in our fashion, in our design, in our beauty, and the way how we carry ourselves, and the way how we want to be looked upon.